Oh my God, welcome hello to another episode of Live Talks with Fawole, voiced by the camera. The wizard, and we have the amazing Nicole in the studio. Can we get some of Nicole? Woo! Oi, listen, like, I've had a lot of good guests on this show, and I have got love for everybody on the planet. But a little bit more for you. You're amazing, you're crazy, you're wonderful, you're outspoken, you're strong, you're inspirational. Did I say crazy already?
I hope so. That should be the first thing.
Yeah, I don't think I did. You're good. You're an amazing actress. You're a great mother. You're a very good friend when you choose to be friends to people. If you're enemies, I feel sorry for them. Do you know what I mean? No, yeah, you tell us it is. Yeah. What star sign are you, Nick?
Gemini.
No
wonder. All or nothing, innit?
Yeah, I don't know.
It is.
Talk to me, Nick. How do we know each other?
Over the garden hedge, like the best play ever. We need it back. I
think it's coming back.
Serious?
It might be coming back.
Okay.
As they say, watch out! Look, you got someone coming towards you.
Oh my God! Look, I'm vegan and all, but
it's only an ant, man.
Like I shoot to kill. I'm not even playing.
No, it's only an ant. Ah! That was like jumping off Niagara Falls. It's like jumping off a cliff for that ant. That was a big jump, you know. Just wizard. We got you on camera, you know.
Act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's animal cruelty.
Yeah, cut that bit out.
Yeah, yeah. Now, guys, so how do we know each other? Over the garden hedge. What's over the garden hedge about?
We were acting.
Is that where we met?
Play. Yeah.
I feel like I've known you my whole freaking life, you know.
We was acting.
Not that, but I just think I've known you for a longer time than that.
Big bro, innit?
You feel more ingrained, or in, like if you're cooking and if you're frying food in the kitchen, it gets into your clothes. Like it's in your clothes, isn't it? You can't. Yeah. You have to change your clothes. You feel more ingrained into me than into my life, into my inner cuckles.
I've been told why that is. What? Apparently, I make people feel like they can be themselves around me.
Who told you that? It's
been said like a lot. So I think when you have that effect on people, it feels like you've known them longer because you feel comfortable and familiar.
Takes away all
so when we first met, we just was comfortable and familiar. So then it just feels like you've known each other for long from jump. So then, as the years go on, you think 5 years. Has it been 5 years? It feels more like 15, but yeah, it's not that long really.
Yeah.
It's about 5 years.
Why are you like that? What do you think that is?
I just have no shame. I just don't care about anything that's just not important. I'm the least politically correct person you'll ever meet. And I give out far too much information really quickly, so then people feel comfortable to talk as well. Because I don't have shame. So what's going on just comes out. There's not much of a filter between my head and my mouth.
What is shame though? What is shame?
I think it's fear.
You have no fear then.
The only thing I've ever been scared of my whole life is my mum. And a lot of people never been able to understand that because she's like 4 foot nothing and size 6.
Yeah.
But because she's the only person that I cared about growing up, that she was the only person that I feared. So
yeah, well,
I fear animals over humans. You can reason with humans.
Seriously.
You can't reason with animals.
Yeah, I don't like animals. Well, I do like animals, but I'm scared of all of them too. Cool, that's interesting. So what was you like as a kid? Have you always been like this?
Yeah, because as a child, I was like... I was like some scaly old hobbit in the corner. I wasn't though. Like I had head to toe eczema. I had so much acne I could squeeze pus out of my face anywhere, anytime. Like I was quite a creation. But as far as I was concerned, if all you could do was judge from the outside, then you're missing out. Like I don't really care if you want to talk to me or not, because I'm lit.
Yeah.
So if you don't know me, that's your loss. And I'm not begging no one to get to know me. And I think I've just always been that way. So yeah, I have nothing to hide from the jump because everything was out there. So what is there to hide now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think when you grow like that from young, where it just makes you different. You either sink or swim. You know them ones. You either sit in a corner and cry about your pussy face, or you just go outside and just say, "Sod it, I'm only a teenager once."
Yeah.
We was getting under 18 dances and thing. I was excited.
Yeah. You're strong. You're strong though. You're strong and crazy. I like that about you, man. Like that tenacity. So, what was that like though? Like being that age and having all those things going on like within you, but still being able to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Like I want to make it happen. There still is as as strong as you are and everything, and you didn't care, there must have been times where it might have affected you a little bit. What was that like? How did you get through those times? Because like I'm saying, yeah, Nick, I know you, innit? You know what I'm saying? I know life, innit? You're a mother. There's a lot of other things going on. There's not one time I can say I speak to you and you don't exude exactly the same energy as always. You're on the same frequency all the time when it comes to anything. Even when you're pissed, you speak your mind and leave it there. When you're happy, you speak your mind and leave it there. Everything, like, you're always on this level. You are lit. If anyone don't know Nick, I'm trying to tell you, she's lit like a motherfucking bonfire. I'm telling you, it's mad. But how do you do that? Because I know what I do. I know what can I do. But people on the wrong day, people could see the real dragon in me. If the wrong fucking day, you know what I mean? But I've never seen that in you. How do you do that? How do you maintain that?
Because you are who you are. So you bring out in people, you attract what you are. Do you know what I mean? So why would you ever see that side?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. You never
No, but even you know, like, okay, like I've been around friends and that rare, and I might be their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their mum or their sister or their daughter or their son, and you see the other side, like, yo, don't fucking. You see the other side, I'm like, whoa, I didn't know. So it wasn't even directed at me.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. Because I didn't see that side, but I've seen it as a reaction to something that someone else has done.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that with you. Yeah. Even you know, like, even if it's just like, because there was parents, like, I know you're not like that, but parents be like, but the kid knows they're getting fucked up when they get home, but it's still like, no, but they still can maintain that kind of like good energy, but it will mean something else. But I don't get that from you.
Nah, but like I say, because you haven't been in those situations, I'm not that mum. I've rolled up on my child in the school playground and let her have it in the school playground, because I heard she was with some kids that was taking a piss out of the dinner lady's accent at lunchtime, and she didn't actually join in and say nothing, but she let them think that was okay, and she was there with them. So as far as I'm concerned, you're guilty by association. The school had to phone me. The school had to phone me while you was at school. So when I rolled up in that playground, it's on site. That's my child, but it's on site, fam, because I can't hold it in. Like I said to you, I don't have that filter, right? So when I started letting rip now, like, what about if that was your grandma and someone was ripping your grandma's accent? Like, don't you know where you come from? You know half your family's got accents. Like, how are you getting on that? Like, by the time I looked around, the whole playground was empty. The deputy head of the school was coming up to me.
The kids were shook.
No, the whole school was empty. All the mums had taken their kids home. I didn't realise, innit? Like, I'd been there throwing down with my child for so long. The deputy head teacher come over and said, you know, because I was saying to her, you have to write a letter right here, right now of apology, because I'm not raising no racist. I'm not raising anyone who's tolerating no racism. We don't grow like that, and we don't roll like that. I'm not having it from you or from anybody. I don't care. So she was to write a letter, and the deputy head teacher came over and was like, no. Why don't you take this home and she can bring it in tomorrow? I'll see to it that she gets it. But I was fuming. It's on site. It doesn't matter. And you just haven't been with me in one of those situations. So
principles and levels and boundaries, definitely, like, I know, because you're so outspoken anyway, I know that you have fire in your belly. If you're going to tell someone about yourself, you could tell them about themselves. But like I said, it's like even talks, I've spoken to you as a friend since Over the Hedge. We've spoken about different things and stuff. Even at just getting on the phone with you, certain times you've been words of encouragement, or it's been like, oh, do you know what? Fuck it, we'll just do whatever. Like your birthday last week, I wanted to film you last week, and you goes, nah, I'm never filming on my birthday ever. I don't care if the Queen comes down from whatever. I'm getting fucked up on my birthday. Do you know what I mean? That's you.
I turned down bare shit on my birthday.
But that's you. Do you know what I mean? So she turned down going on Top Boy, like a part on Top Boy. She's a very good actress, but she turned down Top Boy because her birthday. She said, nah, it's my birthday today. And there's that tenacity or that confidence.
Why are you gonna say? Don't Top Boy, please.
Yeah, no, no, but it's their loss if they don't call you, Nick. It's their loss if they don't call you. Huh?
Nah, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I've never, and I will never. And like, my birthday is the day for my mum. The only time I haven't seen my mum first thing on my birthday is when I was living abroad. And even then, I'll get up and she's the first person I call.
Where was you living and why was you living abroad?
I was living in Cyprus.
Cyprus. Was you a Greek or a Turk?
Greek.
He's Greek.
But I used to go with the Turkish side. Kalimera or Kaliniktas.
No, Kalispera right now.
Kaliniktas.
Kalimera, Kalispera, Igala. No, Kaliniktas, sorry. Good night. Okay,
yeah.
Igala? Are you okay?
All right, yeah, cool.
Efkaristo?
Efkaristo, Poli.
No, Paragalo.
Yeah, that's you're welcome. I said, thank you very much.
Yes, paragalo.
How do you know so much?
I don't know, babe. I don't know.
We need, what's his name? We need Perry over here.
Who? Perry Greek?
Yeah, man.
Perry the Greek.
Did you see Perry on EastEnders the other day?
No.
Fam?
I spoke to Perry on the phone the other day.
Fam, Perry's on EastEnders, bro.
What, is he actually featured, yeah?
He's on 2 episodes.
Come on, Perry. Go on, Perry.
Over the garden hedge, Chris.
Come on, Perry. Come on. I spoke to Perry. I spoke to Perry on my phone. I can't remember where I spoke to him. Or I bumped into him in Finchley Park. But Perry's fucking spot on as well. Do you know what? Lawrence Coke, yeah, as
he got some lit people together.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
All of you, every single one of you. From the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Bless.
I mean, there's a lot of politics and stuff, but apart from the politics, there's some good fucking people there.
But that's gonna happen, innit?
Yeah. I don't even talk about politics.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That happens everywhere. That's just a clash of personalities sometimes, and it was never that deep. Well, not for me. Personally.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It weren't deep for you, it weren't deep for me. Because of our personalities. You need to catch the right personalities, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
I had to kind of like think for a second.
Yeah, no, it was deep for certain people. They were serious about it. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
But forget that. So when you was a child coming up, because you're pussy, you got asthma and all that. This is your word.
Real
you got
talk.
asthma and everything, right?
Not asthma, eczema.
Eczema, sorry.
So that was scaly like a dragon on the body and then pussy in the face.
Yeah. So... Like coming up like that, and you still had friends and everything because you was outspoken and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm just turned 38.
38.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
It is. I love it.
Lovely. No,
I'm so excited. I've been slightly I've been lying about my age for a little while, and I didn't even know. But I've been telling people I was a year older, right? And I actually was. And then when you have to fill in them online forms, I filled in one form, and it told me my age, and I was like, oh shit. I felt like I've been given an extra year of life.
Seriously? You're not right. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
People on 39 and be like, no, you ain't. I'm like, yes, I am. But they were right and I was wrong. How messed up is that?
It's all right.
I know, right?
You got an extra year.
Shit. Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Of course.
You got to enjoy it.
It's a must.
What was the first thing you did when you knew you had all this power? It's a funny question.
Yeah, it is. Because... I feel like I realised I could take control of my life when I stopped letting my employers F with me. Or not even F with me, but own me.
Oh, God. This is something else. We're going to do... Come on, elaborate on this. Break this story down for me. What happened and when did it happen? How did it happen to you? Because a lot of people are in work and people are getting mugged off by employers. Oh, no. We've got to do it. Because they're like, oh, no. We've got to clock in. Oh, no. We have to do this. No. You don't. You've been brainwashed.
Seriously.
Do your job good, but don't be brainwashed.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, God.
So from young. Okay, so how it all really started was before I even joined the NHS. So before I joined the NHS, I hadn't even got my GCSE results yet. Yeah. And I applied for an apprenticeship to do a business NVQ. Mm-hmm. And when I got there, they were just supposed to be giving you a student salary or whatever. But I basically took over the office and the boss was like, you're working better than your employers that I've got, so I'm going to put you on salary from jump. So before I even got my GCSE results, I was earning more money than my mum was earning at the time. Now, bear in mind, my mum had taken a huge pay cut through raising me. She used to be an accountant for Bentall's. She decided she'd rather be a dinner lady so she could hang with me in it. And I'm just like, okay.
Thank God she did that.
So, yeah, when I got my first job, I used to, obviously hook mum up, but she's proud, so I used to have to do things on the sly, like put money on the meter when she's not looking and, put things in the fridge and stuff. Just, she can't do anything about that. So little things. But then she's like, yeah, you could do a little rent. She used to try and, she was just humouring me, them ones. But bless mum.
Bless her.
So yeah, from then I was like, okay, so I didn't need GCSE results like I've been told my whole life to get a job that pays well. So already I started to think to myself, I'm onto something here, yeah. And then I just,
because they lied to me,
man.
I
had my Ben Sherman shirt on, my tie, my slacks. I was so geeked up to be at work, yeah. Anyway, after a little while now, I realised I was running this place and it was silly. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of that. I moved to the NHS. Now, when I moved to the NHS, I started off as like a temp, sort of contracting myself for 6-month jobs, but I could get the job done in 6 weeks. So that used to really gas them. And then they didn't
give you extra work. That's what happens when you go to work and do your work quicker than you're supposed to do it. They usually give you extra work. You know that, right?
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like their work, they'd say they'd been building it up for the year. So they would call in people at a certain time of the year to do their archiving or whatever. I'm just clearing that out. So I'm young then. I'm like 18 or something. And they're calling me in on 6-month contracts. I'm clearing it in 6 weeks. Me and a boss.
You still get paid in 6 months?
Yeah, this is what happened. So me and a boss built up a rapport now, right? So I'm saying to her, you know, I've always wanted to live abroad and so on and so forth, but never really thought about it. Anyway, 5 years later from that conversation, exactly, me and my cousin went on a holiday to Cyprus together. Just a girls' trip, our first holiday without parents or whatever. Off we went. And when we went there, people kept offering me a job and I was offended, fam. Like, imagine you're on holiday. Yeah? You're on holiday and you're walking down the street and people are offering you a job. Like, do I look poor? Do I look like I don't belong here? Why are you offering me a job? Do I look like I need some goddamn money? Like, what's wrong with you? I was like 24, 25, around them ages there. And I was offended because I was earning and my outfits were on point. So
we didn't realise it wasn't the fact of you looking poor, seeming poor. It was the fact of your energy and your frequency.
Okay.
That they wanted to use that.
Yeah, they just wanted me to like be like front for them, innit? So like, but I didn't know that at the time. I was a bit offended. I don't want no job. Anyway, I came back from that holiday and my best friend is like my sister. We've been together since we were 5, like together. So I've been on my first holiday with my cousin now and she's like, right, I want in on that. So now I had to go back with her for her birthday in September. And when we went back, the same thing was happening, fam. And this time, I didn't want to go home. So, I'll take
a job. Yeah.
What are you talking about? What sort of work? How much does that pay? How much is that? What are you talking? Talk to me, innit?
Look at this girl. This girl's so emotional.
You know what the joke is?
What's going on? What you say? Go on.
It's hot out here, innit? I like the sun and tea. This is what it is. I was getting, because you got to understand as well. This is a link. So remember I told you I was covered in eczema and covered in pus. So even in the summer I used to keep all my arms and legs covered because I didn't really want it to be seen. And then as a result of that, I was transparent, fam.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand? My skin never got no sun. I could see every Ross Clark vein in my... I was like one of them phones from the 90s, fam. You know them see-through or the see-through Nokia case. I was see-through.
I can see you swallow. I can see your food going down, motherfucker.
Fam, I can see my period dropping. Like, you know one of them ones? I was see-through, fam. I told you. Didn't I tell you? I said too much information real soon.
That's all. It's good.
It's what it is. It's what it is. Yeah, I was see-through.
Listen, can I just tell you, I absolutely fucking love you, Nick, and I missed you.
I missed you too, bro. That's why I'm here.
You don't know. We're supposed to go on holiday, though.
I know, but coronavirus.
Can you imagine corona stopped us going on holiday? We booked a holiday. It's not even a joke. We booked. I paid my whole holiday. It took me longer
to get the money back.
Oh my God! It took me so long to get my money back than anything else. The way they took my money in a heartbeat, you're like, took my money in a heartbeat, you know.
No,
my God, the way you know what as well? Fuck Hilton Resorts as well. I'm saying it. They took 155 off of me for a deposit, and they won't give it back to me. I don't know how to get back. You know,
I thought you got your money back ages ago.
No. I got the money back from our
yeah, holiday. Because I wasn't having none of that.
No,
shit.
but listen, you know, like I booked a hotel, Hilton.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. Boom. Yeah, we're just running an offer right now. Yeah, you can go to Vegas. You can get 3 nights. So I bought it. It's open for this amount of time. Boom. I said okay. So I paid the money, innit? And you can cancel anytime. You get your money back. Rare. So I done it. And then COVID it was after. I thought it was COVID hit whatever.
Yeah.
But it had a nice span on it. So I left it.
Yeah.
That's why I said, you know what? I'm not actually going to use this. So let me phone them back and get my money back. Then they give me a refund. Even if I take a hit, I don't care. Do you know the amount of fucking tennis they played with me? I phoned them. This one I don't know about this. This one, I got so annoyed that I just stopped phoning them. I'd rather take the hit.
Yeah.
But oh my God, that's Hilton Resorts. I don't care.
Okay.
Any publicity, don't buy nothing from them people there. Don't take no add-ons from no one. It's not add-ons to take away. But go on, so you look sideways, you transparency, you said, you know what, I need some sun. I'm staying in this country. You know what he said? And the job was like, oh, I'll take that.
Hey, hear what now? The wages, yeah. The wages. What I would earn in a week back home, I would earn in a month over there. Like, the wages was bad. I did not go for the money. A lot of people were like, what are you doing? How are you going to go from a job, where you're earning this much and you're going to get a quarter of it? I said, because I don't need money over there. You see, when you're working over there, you get like staff discount. All the restaurants have like a staff menu. You have accommodation. Your drinks are free. Like, you literally have to buy like 2 rice and 2 seasoning, and you got the whole block singing. As soon as I put seasoning onions and garlic in a pan. Oh, what you cooking? What you cooking? What you cooking? Everyone was like, what are you talking about, bruv? Because they're not used to people actually cooking. Because I was older. So you got to imagine I'm living in a house with teenagers, like late teens. Fam.
Mixed backgrounds as well, innit?
Yeah, it was mad all over the world, different countries. I had to learn all sorts of things from them. It was great. I was like the mother Hubbard in the house. And because also I wasn't shagging everything in sight, I could go back the following year. So like a lot of them, I wouldn't see them ever again. They'd come out for 1 year, shag their entire brains out, like fuck everything that's moving, and they don't come back again, or get involved in some sort of crime or something and they can't come back again. Whatever it was, not many people was returning. That was staff. They would come do their season and go. But I was coming and I was coming back. So then I started off shotting the tickets, and then I moved to Waterworld, and I was like front of house down there, and then I moved up to marketing. And
so what, you done all this you just went by yourself? Just decided to...
Yeah, because the man then was offering me a job, fam. In the sunshine. That's my husband.
Sunshine's your husband?
Yeah. It's the only thing I'm a bitch for. I told you I was earning what I was earning in a month. Yeah. What I was earning in a month in Cyprus, I was earning a week in England. Like, I was taking huge pay cuts. I didn't give a shit. The sun was there. That's my man.
What were the best things you ever saw out there working as?
I just made lifetime friends, like a whole family. Like, it's mad because I have these 5-year cycles in my life, and I recently just came to a completion because I just brought my daughter to Cyprus, and she's 10 now, and I was living over there until I made her, and she was made in Cyprus. Like, so I've had like
free. Well, no, free. Make him clap. No, listen, yeah, that's it. That's it. I feel like you just smacked me and told me off. Now do it like...
Yeah, because you never gave me like, pre-warning. Like,
no, but you open your hand. You like... Oh, that was sorry, mommy.
Discipline.
Yes, you could see Miami on holiday.
Yeah.
Wow.
How was that for you? How was that for you? Was it a sexy holiday romance? Was it a one night stand? I'm not trying to...
Nah, I knew him from here.
Okay.
So while I was living out there, especially at the start of the season, all of the staff hadn't come out yet. So I'd have spare rooms in the apartment. So I'd be like to my friends, come out, all you need is flights. You can live here and we can get cheap food and shit. You ain't got to worry about nothing. My quad's outside, vroom, vroom, we're off. No long thing, no them ones. So I had to have my friends just come out and see me and bring me stuff like saltfish, seasoning, wigs, bundles, like whatever was... No, because certain girl was trying to last the whole season on 1 week, fam. Are you mad?
we put it down like...
Thing looked like a Lego helmet. Yeah, nah, it was peak. I was doing a lot of hair out there, a lot of t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, because you have to have a lot of little side hustles when you're out there doing those things, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're working, but you're doing your thing as well.
It's a no-brainer because when you're out there, because it's a Greek island or Turkish island, wherever you are, it's like, and you're British, the British should come over there, well, they didn't want the sun, Sangala, they still want a bit of Britain. Well, they want certain things, certain comforts from home. So if you can provide them, there's a niche for you to eat or make. I mean, it's
yeah,
like, it's
100%.
different. So it's almost a no-brainer because if you get asked for something more than 5 times and then you can do it, you might as well do it. Do you know what I mean?
Make some money.
I don't put a fucking salon over there, but the gangsters won't let you.
I mean, if you want to, we can talk. I know
that's
people
money.
know people. Yeah,
that's money.
It's a very you're right. What you're saying though, it is a very small community. When I first started going out there, yeah, there was only like 140 real life residents.
Yeah, I know what it's about. Because it's a money thing.
They
certain people are running it.
Certain families own like 80% of.
Yeah,
yeah.
Certain people are running it. You can't go and open a business there and people ain't
and
eating for your business. Are you mad?
Yeah.
Come back, you'll have a pile of ashes.
You think you're coming back?
You come back. I remember I went Greece, yeah. Where'd I go? We went Falaraki, we went Crete. Went Crete. And Mandem went Crete when we was younger, yeah. And went some quads. Bridget got drunk. It's just long story short. Bridget got drunk. I went off with a chick. Bridget afterwards lost his bike. Next morning, people come to our yard for the bikes. But how can you come to our yard for the bikes?
How did you know it was lost?
Next morning, when it's not due back for 3 or 4 days. So they come
going and
to
picking
like,
up their
we want
own
a bike
bikes.
and want a dough. So like, cool. So like, cause it weren't me, I had my bike. I went to them. If you ever saw these people handle me like some mafia thing, when I went to talk to my brethren, they sat me down a chair. They brought out these big galoofs that weren't there before and goes, look, I had my bike, member. If my brethren goes, we want our money or we want our bike. You pay us like a couple of bags, or we're gonna chop you up and throw you in the sea. Chop up what and throw what where? Are you mad? Do you know what? Because of who we are, I said, oh, cool. I'm not at home. If I'm at home, I can phone a couple people. You know what? This person can chop me up. What? Chop up what? Okay, boom, boom, boom. I just said, let's go home.
That's
We had to
mad.
take a flight and go home. It was a madness.
It
But
is
them
mad.
places there, it's run, but how it's run. And it's dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing, you get fucked over, man.
But do you know what I realised as well? It's like I've had such an experience going around the world as a black woman, just like travelling. I like to go solo to quite a few places sometimes, you know, just have some time with myself. And I don't ever have any problems. A lot of times I'm warned off going certain places. I'm told it's dangerous. I'm told this, or don't take your daughter there or whatever. I go. I go wherever I'm called to go at the time. I just go. And I've never had any issues. And I was living in Cyprus for a few years in the summertime. And as soon as my daughter's dad came out,
Had a problem.
that was the first time I'd seen like police properly. Like they licked down my door and raided my yard because they found him on the street. He had dreadlocks down to his shins. And as far as they're concerned, if you've got dreadlocks, you've got weed. It's just, we just need to find it. Now,
That's sad, man.
he just and I've been telling him all this time, nah, it's cool, I've been here for
Yeah, no,
they
you
love-
have to put
But
it
for
out there.
black men, yeah, like I'm saying, it's different.
Say that
As a
again,
black
please. No,
woman,
say that again, please. Slowly and
yeah,
clearly.
for black men, it's
No, say it properly. For black men,
It's true.
it's different.
Yeah, for black men, it is very different traveling around than it is for us as black female. And then again, I'm a lighter skinned female, so I'm going to have a different experience than my dark skinned sisters. And I understand that fully as well. But it took for me to live these experiences and witness it for myself from people. And even when the police is in my yard and I'm cock up on my bed, yeah, mash up. And they're still trying to like be cool with me.
Yeah, they
But
don't-
they're like, fuck him.
Yeah.
And they expect
You
me
don't
to
know.
like join them on that vibe.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, excuse you.
Yeah,
These
serious.
times now, he had no weed, yeah?
Yeah.
I've never had no trouble. And I was smoking. And I had great. They never troubled me. The thing was stuck in my shoe. But they wanted him.
Yeah, remember, I'm a black man, so I know what it is. You can't eat, and it's like, to me, it's like there's different degrees of this stuff. There's the fear in them. They're scared of us. Do you know what I'm saying? Then there's the stereotypes that they're adhered to. Then there's the brainwashing. They've been brainwashed over the years to like kind of like keep us down. Or this is what these guys are gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. They paint us all with the same brush, kind of thing.
Well, so do like I mean, I had girls out there. This is what I mean about me letting people feel comfortable. I had Greek Cypriot girls come up to me regularly and say, "Please, can I chill with you tonight? Because I just want to meet some black men." Rag straight, just like that. And I appreciate that because I rather that than you like play like you're making friends with me because you like me or you've heard of.
'Cause
Nah,
they want
you're a
that-
black
they want
girl,
that
and I know
black
you're
dick.
always with all of the black bears. You get me? They're family to you. Can we chill with you so we can hang with them? Cool. Say no more. We'll buy your drinks all night. If you're hungry, tell us. Like whatever you want. Please,
Yeah.
can we chill with you? All right then.
Fuckers.
Straight. No, because the man them liked it.
Yeah, yeah, of course, because it's man them innit. What's the worst thing you've seen over there?
Just nasty people. So like when I first started, I couldn't believe how people kept their hotel rooms.
1 minute. Guys, I laughed over you. You couldn't believe how people kept their what?
Their hotel rooms.
Yeah, go on.
And I thought it was a, I thought it was
sexual nasty, but nasty.
I mean, all sorts of nasty. I thought it was a specific demographic that carried on a specific type of way.
you mean you thought white people were nasty?
I'm not saying
No, but I'm saying I'm just saying it because it's a stereotype. I'm not saying that white people are nasty, but at that time you thought white people were nasty and black people were clean.
I thought if I go and link some black girls in their room for
They'll be
some
clean,
tickets,
yeah. Don't
I'm
be
not
fooled.
gonna have to be like I couldn't sit down somewhere, even on the edge of your bed. There's like, how have you got Oh my God, why don't get me started on the sanitary towel saga?
Yeah, no, because I've seen stuff that I don't like. So I've seen
For me personally, yeah, I don't, as a female, there's absolutely no need for anyone to ever see the contents of your sanitary towel. I don't understand how that happens in life. I don't understand why men are coming into me and telling me that they've seen that. You should never witness that. There's no need for you to ever see that. You don't bleed out your penis, so why do you need to see that? You know?
You know, like,
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just saying everybody's nasty, innit? Everyone's nasty.
Yeah, no, this. And let me just going back here. I met some nasty black people and some nasty white people. I don't think it matters where you come from. I met some clean ass white people. Like, when I say clean ass white people, like literally, when they go past you, they're clean, their clothes are clean, they're smelling so fresh, it's unfucking believable.
Starch,
you know what I mean? So it's I don't believe I believe it's if you're nasty, you're nasty. Black, white or green, if you're nasty, you're nasty.
Do you know what life's taught me?
Upbringing, innit?
No, I don't even I've squashed all of that now, because like different stages of my life, different things have pissed me off, like putting my daughter in a school uniform. I felt like it was gang colours.
Gang colours?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I felt like I didn't like it. I don't like bringing us. I didn't like all of that. She loves it. But anyway, forget that. For me personally, yeah, all of this tribalism, all of this nationalism, all of this race, sex, gender, sexuality, we have so many different labels and so many different boxes, yeah? Even down to now, like, I've grown up saying I'm a British-born Caribbean girl, and then get an ancestry DNA test and I'm fucking everything. So, you know, like... And obviously it was obvious because my skin's light. I always knew there was something there. Yeah. But, you know, there's a lot of mix-up. So for me personally, what life has taught me is there's only two labels that matter. Happy people and unhappy people. That's all that matters, fam. It doesn't matter what colour you are, what sex you are.
Can you say that again, please?
There's just two labels that matter. Happy people or unhappy people.
You know what time it is now.
All right. You know.
Are the two labels that matter? Happy or unhappy? Get to know that, bro. Don't matter if you're black, white, blue, green, old, young, ugly, pretty, spotty, scaly, whatever.
Right.
You're either happy or you're unhappy.
BBL,
and I suggest
no BBL.
Be happy. BLM, be whatever.
Anything.
Whatever sexuality, whatever connotation you are. You can either be happy or unhappy. Please try to be the first one.
I wouldn't even say try. You know, when you start to try to do something, it's so friggin' hard to do. You ever thought about that? I think trying, we spend so much of our life trying. Stop trying, just be. You know them ones? Just be. Just get up and just be. We are human beings, not human tryings. You know them ways?
Yeah.
Just be, fam. Just be, innit?
Yeah.
That's how I like about you. You just be.
I keep it moving. That's
how we get on, because we just be.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't know, but I don't know in their way to be, but to be. And when I'm not being, I get frustrated. I don't know in their way to be. It's
stifling, isn't it?
Yeah, you just got to just live.
That's why I couldn't be at work 5 days a week from a young age. Do you know what else I want to tell the people as well? Like, I don't know what I'm here for, but I'm going to try to school you some stuff, yeah?
Let me
school you something.
I like that. Put your chair out. You know you're going slow. Yeah, bounce up and down. What's that? Take your headphones off if you want.
Oh, cool.
I took mine off. They were killing me.
Oh, I had no idea.
Once we got sound, then that's why I took them off.
Oh, okay, cool. So my word of advice.
Yeah, wig.
Of course. It's a wig, isn't it?
Oh,
it's a wig.
Go.
My hair's like this long. Anyway.
God.
My advice to people at work that want to reduce their days. I mean, I know like since the coronavirus, it's becoming more of a thing now, but I've been doing this since I was in my 20s, yeah? I thought if I split my 5-day week into a 3-day week, I'm going to be getting just over half my money. That's not true. All of the deductions come out before tax and national insurance. So the cut on my pay from going from a 5-day week to a 3-day week was between £100 and £80 depending on the month. It was a small loss to have those 2 days to myself. So I had a 4-day weekend and a 3-day working week. And then, do you know, even that wasn't enough for me. It wasn't enough because I said to myself, why do people have a 2-day weekend and they're working 5 days? Now I'm going to flip that script. So I had a 2-day work week and a 5-day weekend. And my money never went down that much. So I'm just saying, peeps, like, don't feel afraid to go and ask for that flexi pay, especially you single mums and living for the mum them. Single dads, big up your bad selves. I've helped a lot of dads get custody of the kids, so I know you're out there.
Yeah? That's something close to my heart.
Yeah, got to big up everyone each and every time. But just know that I know how hard it is and you want more time with your kids. Do find out about these flexi working hours because they're not going to tell you about them. You have to ask and request. And it wasn't until my baby was born and I embarked on a law degree that I found out so much of this stuff. But I'd already been working my 3-day week and I just cut it down again because I've got a child now and you lot ain't saying me. And that's that on that.
Law degree?
Yeah, because I feel like when I got pregnant, I panicked. So I was like, I need more money, like lawyer or doctor. Quick, which one? Pick one. Like that, you know, like, that's so dumb, isn't it? There's a human in there. Shit, it's got toes.
If you weren't fucking tangible to see her.
Right? Oh. But you know what? I truly believe if I never went to live out there, I wouldn't have been strong enough to conceive her either. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, I would have liked to watch that.
What have you got health issues?
Yeah, I feel like maybe it runs in my family because my mum only had one child. And before she had me, she lost a child. And 2 of my aunties don't have children. They had like complications. One of them had a hysterectomy. One of them just never had children. And I feel like was it 2009? So yeah. So like 3 years. Yeah, it was 3 years, 3 weeks. 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks before my daughter was born. I had an ectopic pregnancy.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was the hardest thing I ever went through in life.
If anyone don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, when the baby's in your tubes, is it?
Yeah, so the baby got halfway out my fallopian tube and never made it to the womb. And now the doctors are trying to tell me, like, you need to, you know, let us fix this or you're going to die. And me being me, I'm like, do you know, maybe he or she just needs some time. Like, not everybody's the same. Yeah.
Wow.
I was fighting the doctors. I was discharging myself from hospitals. Yes. All sorts of things. I was like, you lot need to give my you a chance. Yeah, you lot are just saying it stuck there. How do you know it didn't just stop to have a look around and smell the flowers like I do? Like, I was pissed in it. I wasn't giving up.
Yeah.
I ain't never lie down for no one to juke me. So like, it was gonna have to be by force. Do you know, one of them ones? And it was because I fainted in one of the hospitals and I was trying to discharge myself. I had 1.5 liters of blood in me. The baby ruptured my tube, so I only have one fallopian tube. So I conceived my daughter with one fallopian tube.
Wow.
And I truly believe that's due to me going to Cyprus.
Again, a vitamin D or...
Yeah, like I was eating from the ground. Like I was literally, the greengrocers and where the vegetables was grown was right next to each other. So I'm like going and like I had a banana tree in my garden. When I was walking to work, there was orange trees lining the road. So even though I'm poor, I could just stop and pick an orange fam and squeeze some of that in my mouth to keep me going. Yeah, you know, like I'm just living in nature. It's just beautiful. So I believe I needed that to get myself strong enough. And I'd always told my mum that growing up as a child, I'd always said, I don't feel right here. This country makes me hurt. Like when the seasons would change, my knees would lock up. Like everything just made the water, even the water that comes out the tap was aggravating my eczema. Like I'm just sensitive to the air, the underground, all of it. It was just, I'm allergic to it all. It just felt so ick to me. And no one else seemed to be so sensitive to it. But for me, I was just like, I can't just stand it. So as soon as I was paid enough, I just started flying out. And I do feel like Cyprus made me healthy enough to be able to do motherhood.
Cool, listen, right? I'm not happy because I've only got a certain amount of time with you and there's so much I want to talk to you about. So I have to be careful to make sure to cover the stuff I want to cover with you. Motherhood is a very important one for me. I need to understand about your relationship with your daughter because your daughter's an amazing young person and she couldn't be there about having an amazing mother like yourself. She could always be whoever she's going to be within her genes and stuff, but without you nurturing certain things, she wouldn't be allowed to exercise certain things that she's exercising that I've seen her doing and stuff. Okay. I want to talk about that, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about what you've just kind of dipped your finger into now is in health and food, because you know so much about eating the right foods and electric foods and stuff like that, because you've told me about certain things. So when did your relationship with food in that respect, because you're talking about the stuff coming from the ground and going straight to the greengrocers, people at home don't know how holistic you really are. You're a vegan and you know about food. You've told me about stuff to heal myself. So when did that journey start? How did it start? How did it manifest itself? And how's it going?
My life has these 5-year cycles and there's always clues into what's going to happen in the next 5 years from the last 5 years. So I think the clues was when I was living in Cyprus and I was eating better, even though I was drinking and smoking like a chimney, I was eating really well. that was a clue, but I never paid attention to it. I was like, well, I've got the baby now. Well, hey, you know them ones, mommy. So I had my baby, and it wasn't until I had to start feeding her food and she started developing the problems that I had as a child that I said to myself, oh boy, here we go. I know how this goes. Took her to the doctors. They were trying to give her the same old shitty creams they gave me that I know don't work. Cool. Took her to Harley Street. I said, you know what? You get what you pay for. NHS is free, innit? Yeah? NHS is free. My daughter's worth, like, you know.
Where you went? Where you
I took my baby to Harley Street.
Why?
Because you get what you pay for.
Bam!
Yeah, and I wanted the best for her. And I understood that my perspective as a child with the way I looked was a very unique one. I knew that at the time, and I knew it when she was born. And I couldn't guarantee that it was a perspective that she was going to have. I understand some of the things that I've gone through have brought some people to suicidal thoughts, you know, if not actually going ahead with the act. Yeah. And I couldn't risk my child being the sensitive one. And I say sensitive, but it's not. It's just people's perspective, you know, like people value things differently. Like, I don't care. You could never hurt me by scratching my car. You know, when I see like Judge Judy and shit and people are suing each other for a scratch car and thing. I swear, fam, like.
Scratch it, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
I bang up my car all the time, brethren. Like, I'm like, anyway, let's not get into this. But my thing is, yeah. So I didn't know how she was going to turn out, and it wasn't for me to decide how she was going to turn out, but to prepare for any eventuality, any possibility. And I tried Harley Street, and them fuckers was trying to give us the same shit the NHS was trying to give us, but packaged differently. And because I work in the industry for so many years, I understand that you just look on the key ingredients, you don't look on the labels. You understand med reps are coming in and bribing GPs to push certain things.
Let's just put a pause there, right?
Yeah.
Let's just get everyone out there to understand that, yeah? If you're getting prescribed something that's astronomically, like, high or something you don't think is good for you, take a look at the ingredients, because more often than not, the ingredients are out there, or the same things out there in a different form, and it will give you the same benefits. But these guys have packaged it, and they just want to make money. So they package it in a certain way, and because they package it like that, they'll give you.
You're paying for the box. You're paying for the.
Yeah,
label.
you're paying for the box of the thing. This is 4 pence. 4 pence will cost you like £4. This pen will be like £7.99 because 4 pence in one. Don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. Do your research.
And also,
understand what works.
Don't pet to ask for a second opinion, and understand you have choices. If you're referred somewhere and you don't like that place, you can go somewhere else. A lot of people don't understand the choices that they have. Check up on your old people, please, I beg you. My grandma was on a list of medications about 4 or 5 years ago, and I got her tested for the problem that they said each one was solving, and she was passing everything with flying colours. So I went back to the GP and I said, why is she on so much pills when all of these tests come that she's good? And they was like, yeah, you know, it's an old prescription, she's had it for a lot of years. A lot of people are just taking prescriptions out of habit and routine. They don't need the medication, and then they're going to start suffering side effects from taking the medication for so long. So please check up on your old people, because they're important. You wouldn't be here without them. And they're libraries, you should talk to them, they're very interesting.
Wow. Yeah, did you hear that back home? Everyone at home listening to this show, check up on your old people, because they're libraries. You should listen to them and talk to them. They know stuff that you don't know. For me personally, I know that the disparity between the information I've got and the information the young people have got is massive right now. I'm not even that old. But the stuff that I could tell some of the young people, they just have no comprehension of it. So imagine so much more we could learn from our older people.
Yeah,
Check
I
on
rolled
them,
deep with my
they'll
granny.
tell you stuff, and they'll tell you stuff that can actually help maybe sometimes save your fucking life. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff that they know about before these hospitals come in, before there was a whole generic kind of like pill feeding people, before there was a whole we're going to make you dependent on our drugs and certain things. There was like literally the knowledge of the village, and there were certain things that were remedies. The only thing I can really remember, like off the back of my head, that I learned without any doctors or anything was stinging nettles. You ever be stung by a stinging nettle?
And you get the dock
stung by a
leaf.
stinging nettle. But dock leaf,
Yeah, man.
it grows right next to fucking stinging nettle. And then when someone told me, no, you can rub that on that, and it's the remedy. So there's remedies for everything out there. It's not about.
They just tell you it's
all about
weeds
knowledge.
and
It's all
it's
about
useless
knowledge.
and it's shit.
It's all about knowledge. It's
Just
about
like they
getting
told us
knowledge.
about 90% of our brain was useless and it was shit. That's what they tell you about nature. It's not true. They just want you to buy their products. You know, it's that simple.
So talk to me about how you reversed everything with the whole.
Oh, yeah.
Because you speak to me about Irish moss, nuts, certain other electric foods. You told me about different things how to help myself.
Yeah.
Flaxseed oil, certain things you buy from the Idol shop. I've had conversations with you that are going to be longer than this freaking podcast about food, girl.
Yeah.
About making myself feel better. Seriously.
Yeah.
So
It's a journey. All right. I'm going to tell you a bit about my journey. But first thing that I'm going to say before I tell you about those things is that I found what I needed for me and my daughter. And I believe everybody is unique. And you lot's got to stop looking for leaders. You lot's got to stop following this one. And this one said this and that one said that. Because I truly believe we're all supposed to have a unique experience. Yeah? And we don't need to be led. I don't need to tell you what I done and then you lot follow that. That doesn't make any sense because you are not me. I needed to find what I needed to find for me. You need to find what you need to find for you. I can give you advice on what I've experienced and you can try it and we can hope it works for you. And it might, but it might not. And if it don't mean you give up. That means you need to go and find your thing. You just need to go and find your thing. We're individuals. You know?
I'm a bit crazy, but I love what you just said. Can you just pass me something, please? Over there, underneath my jumper. Inside underneath my jumper. You can throw it to me. You can see it. Throw that to me. This is for you for your birthday. Do you know why? Because you are unique. You don't see the multicolored elephant. I'm saying this is as unique as you are.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. It's amazing as you are as well. Look at his ears, the glitter and everything.
Oh, it's so cute.
Everyone is unique, like you just said.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own journey.
Literally.
Special. You're special. You're special.
That's why I don't preach to people about my life because what's the point? It's not your life.
You're special. You're all special.
Everyone's special.
Find your space in life. You're very special. Now, the real thing you have to be special to, yeah? I'm going to quote the motherfucker because I saw it the other day, Jordan Peterson. You treat this person nice, that person nice, that person nice. Treat yourself nice.
Oh, amen.
Take care of yourself. Everyone's worried about everyone else. Worry about
Amen.
yourself first, then you can help other people. You're unique, you're amazing, you're fantastic. And so is Nick. Over to you.
So yeah, my journey started from watching my daughter develop what I had and being concerned about how she may react to it as she becomes aware of herself as a person. So the doctors, the Harley Street, that medical route wasn't working for me. And from young, I grown up hearing ITIL is vital from young. So before this veganism wave, everyone likes to talk about my culture is goat meat and saltfish. And I get it. Like, it's routine and habit, and, you know, we was raised on the scraps because that's what we was given, and then it's become tradition. But it's time to make a new tradition, fam. Well, in my bloodline, it is anyway. It's time to make a new tradition.
No, I say it, like, imagine use my voice and say it.
It's time. It's time to make a new tradition.
Bam! That's
all right.
It. That's it. Right. My age, the next thing you said.
Yeah, basically, I was weaning my daughter off of milk and starting to feed her normal foods. And obviously I was feeding her what my mum fed me and what I've always eaten. And I could see she was having reactions to things. She actually got this thing called spontaneous urticaria, where it looked like she was having an allergic reaction. And it would just come up like a huge rash, and it was freaking me out. And then eczema came and so on and so forth. So I just started to research how I could get her skin down and make her more comfortable, and coconut oil, anti-inflammatory, turmeric, anti-inflammatory. So I started making my own creams. What I would do is get my cake mixer, like a hand blender, and I'd get a bowl with a tub of shea butter. I'd put some coconut oil in there, some turmeric in there, and like whisk it all up and then smother her in it. And then that was too much, because one thing that I remember, I was going over the top. You know, like you've got to find balance. It's trial and error, innit?
Can I just say, mothers, if I'm going to go with something, going to be mother, you're trying your best. You're a mother. I allow you, innit?
Parents.
Yeah,
as long as you're trying your best, you're always doing the right thing,
parents,
innit? Like we give ourselves a hard time, innit?
Body cuddle,
yeah.
Do, you know what I mean? I love my kids, but the mother's like, no.
Yeah.
Let them thing. Sorry to cut you. One of my sons, young, bust his head, banged his head. When you bang your head and you got a lump coming out, you got to press it, innit? But like, you got to press it.
Are you sure? Oh,
You as well. Oh my God.
I couldn't do it.
No,
And I'm not squeamish.
No, medically, that's what you're supposed
Is that
to
how you get rid of it, for real?
Yeah, no, if someone bangs their head in there and they have a thing that comes up, you're supposed to...
We call it a cocoa.
You're supposed to apply pressure to it.
I just thought people was being bad minded.
No, you know,
I didn't know that.
So like, one of my kids fell down when he's young, and like I'm applying pressure, but he's like, no.
Yeah, I'd have been the same.
No. But that's what you're supposed to do.
No, I understand
When
though.
you go to hospital,
That's what dads are for.
Yeah, you got to.
That's
So
why my
why do you
daughter's
call
dad
it-
had to
yeah,
teach her to ride the
balance.
bike because I
Balance.
couldn't. Because every time she started to wobble, I'll grab her.
Balance,
She
yeah.
needs to freaking fall. She needs to
Yeah.
graze a knee. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I couldn't even get her ears pierced because I was like, why am I going to let some man stab my daughter in the face? Like, how does that make sense? For what reason? So people know she's a girl. She's got her vagina, fam. That's enough. I don't want to hear anymore.
She's gonna have to deal with periods and childbirth and all that other stuff, isn't she?
I'm gonna let someone stab her in her face twice, fam, and then go to her. Oh, it's so you can look pretty. How does that make? And then I'm gonna tell her when she gets her saying, "Stop trying to worry about your legs all the time." No, from Jump Street, we ain't gonna worry about that. Yeah.
Where?
From Jump.
From Jump? No, you said Jump
Street. Yes.
Cigar, you smothered her in turmeric.
Yeah, it was too much.
Coconut
So
thing.
yeah, people don't put too much on because when you put too much on, it makes them too hot now. So it's trapping a layer of heat in there and sweating, and you don't want to heat the thing because that's going to aggravate it some more. So when you make this mix,
Like that.
you just want to lightly apply it to the affected areas.
You use that, even though we did say everything's specific to each individual, you'd use that for what? For inflammatory
body cream.
eczema. What was it for? Something specific?
As her whole body, because my thing was this: we had to put on our skin what we would be able to eat or consume to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean? So nothing perfumed, no lanolin, no
Wait,
chemicals.
let me elaborate for the people at home. You, because of your condition, because your sensitive skin, what it was, you had to put on your skin what you would consume to then enable yourself to what's the word? To use it.
Yeah,
And
if you're
then-
worried about putting it in your mouth and getting poisoned, then you
no,
shouldn't put it
don't
on your skin.
Okay, that's a better way of elaborating.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. No, don't be sorry for me. I was being long-winded. You was clear. I don't need to be sorry. I need to be sorry. I've had a couple of drinks, you know what I mean? Cool.
I feel you. So we was using Doo-Doo Ocean soap. Look out for it. It's
What?
black soap. Doo-Doo Ocean. It's available
Say
in
what
all
was
your
that?
black hair shops.
Doo-Doo Ocean.
Doosun. A lot of people know about this
What is it?
already. It's black soap.
D-U?
D-U,
Why is it
D-U.
black soap?
Because
From Africa.
Because you know when you say black soap to some people, they feel like they can't access it here because they've seen it when they're on holiday. You
Yeah,
see it in a
no,
lot of
black soap,
resorts
yeah, I
and
use black
stuff,
soap, use
but you
black
get it in a black hair shop, innit?
Yeah, black
So
soap,
yeah,
please.
black soap on the skin to wash with.
Soap.
The cream that I told you I made to cream with. And it was starting to sort of like have an effect, but I was noticing when she was having certain milks and stuff, she was still flaring up. So we had to just cut everything out and start from scratch, and we moved to veganism, and it worked.
Well, you know that we had to put one of my boys on rice milk.
Okay, yeah.
One of my boys on rice
More
milk.
and more kids are being born more and more affected by this
I
stuff.
want to mess up with Instagram, but fuck that. Yeah, let's talk about that. What is that? What do you think that is? Because there's so much more allergies, nut allergies, this allergies, that allergies, things people react
Isn't
to
it
stuff.
obvious?
Isn't
Isn't it obvious?
it obvious what they're
The
fucking with the food?
hormones, exactly. The pesticides, the hormones. How can we be allergic to nature unless nature's not natural anymore? And it's not really. Our bananas, these Cavendish bananas that we eat, you get me? Like, they have no seeds in them. And I remember when I was little, we used to have
Bananas.
bananas have seeds in them for real. Like proper bananas, burro bananas, red bananas. Like they have little seeds in them.
I didn't know that.
But a lot of
in the middle.
yeah.
Oh, when you slice it
you know,
down
like
the
a
middle.
plantain.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I've
that.
fucking seen them before. I didn't know. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
That's
but now I've
seeds,
seen them
fam.
before.
Yeah, that's the seeds. Yeah, a lot of our fruit and veg has become seedless because it's been genetically modified to. I was explaining to my daughter not the other day, but a little while ago, that all your grapes in this punnet are the same size. Yeah, this is not how grapes grow. When I was a youth, my favourite grapes was the tiny little baby ones at the bottom of the bunch. You know, this would be scattered throughout, like tiny little bubbles. You said, put them in your mouth and pop. It was just, you know, it's like bubble wrap, just popping in your mouth. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Don't get them no more because we don't have seedless grapes. Like, you can't go in Tesco's and really buy grapes with seeds in it. All your grapes are seedless. They're all the same size. They're genetically modified. It's like little scientific grapes. You get me? It's not how fruit grows on the friggin' tree, fam.
Seed is
Yeah.
a problem. My mum's always said that.
Yeah. It's real. So like I had to sort of outsource food. And do you know what? Like I'm glad I turned to veganism when I did, and I got what she needed when we did, because back then I was making everything from scratch. I had no choice. We didn't have vegan pizzas and vegan sausage rolls and all of this vegan junk food that's out here now. Everything we had, I had to make it from scratch. I had to get innovative, fam. It was like building characters in pots. You know, like when you have to use your other skills, like you have to like, how am I going to bring some acting to this? Bring some drama to this dinner.
So then you would have bring some whole backstory. Okay, so the person was here, he was born here, he was this, he was this, he was this.
Because
he wasn't just a sweet potato. He was a sweet potato from the rough side.
That's how it is, fam. I had to buy my fruit and veg off the internet and source. They would tell you which country they went to get it. You would watch their journey. So it was like that. It was like building a back. I know this potato well when it got to my house. You know them ones like, brother, I seen where you grew up. You know,
not a potato. You're Peter the potato. Pass me one of them waters, please, babe.
So that's what it was like then, and because of that, I've got more knowledge now.
If you want to drink it, no?
Thank you very much.
One that's not open.
Yeah, I gathered.
That one's empty. Yeah, God. Let's talk about water.
Yeah, what is this water, furthermore? All right, first of all, this is mineral water, yeah? Personally, I don't buy this. I buy spring water. This pH is 6.4. Now, a pH of 7 is neutral, yeah? Anything under 7 is acidic.
Anything under 7 is
acidic.
It's acidic, it's not good for your body.
Anything above 7 is alkaline. I used to really like this black water. It had a lot of good stuff in it.
Black?
Yeah.
Colour black, the water's black?
Yeah, it's called BLK dot. I found that when I first found veganism. It gave me, do you know, it really helped with my law degree. It gave me some sort of extra energy. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, you must be able to get it on Amazon, I should think.
Get me some black water, please.
All right, cool. Just order it to here.
No, you get it from me. You get it from me. Don't spin it on the table.
Should I order it to here?
Huh?
Do you want me to order it to here? It's Amazon, fam. They bring it wherever you are.
No, you order it. I'll give you the address to send it to me.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Black water.
It's called BLK. But yeah, that's what it is. It's black water.
Black water.
Yeah, it's got an unusual taste to it. Yeah. Hey, listen. So, and this is another thing, people, yeah. You have to eat for your race, you know. You have to eat for your race. So one thing that I was learning as well when I was like investigating my daughter's illnesses and stuff, is that all medical, like everything that a doctor learns is based off of a white man. And we're not built like white men.
Wow.
All of their medical books, all of their tests, everything are based on a white man's anatomy. And we don't have that. And even like when you're like breastfeeding your baby and stuff, yeah. Like our milk, black milk is going to be different from Indian milk. It's going to be different from white milk because you have different nutrients for different needs for your baby. Same way when you're consuming food. Me personally, what I felt worked for me is I ate black everything. So black grapes, only sweet potatoes. Now they was all supposed to be orange, but I don't know if you're from yard and you've had a white sweet potato. All right, so that was the one white thing that I couldn't give up in it, because white sweet potatoes, bang, and green banana. But yeah, so basically eating for your colour, I think, is quite important, or it really helps me at the time. You
can try to eat your colour for your colour?
I'd only have red onions, I'd only have black grapes, I'd only have like, you know, sweet potatoes.
Darker things.
Yeah, everything that had a dark alternative, I'd pick the dark alternative every time. Yeah.
Dark chocolate.
I wasn't eating because a lot of the time when white is in nature, it's bleached out and it's man-made.
Sexy.
What
Say that again.
What sounds sexy?
If anything had a dark alternative, I'll pick the dark alternative.
Oh yeah.
That statement.
Always.
Say do it again. What you said, it was like. say again.
If there's a dark alternative, then I always pick the dark alternative. Always, 100%.
Bam.
Blacker the berry.
Bam.
Blacker the berry.
The sweeter the juice.
So like, I could not. You couldn't refer to me as a lighty growing up. Like that is not a term of endearment around here. Yeah. I grow up coming from dark skinned, beautiful, melanated queens, and I'm just a bit melanin deficient, not a lighty. Yeah, it's not a badge of honor, but I love myself same way.
Yeah, come on, you better love yourself. Love life. We love you too. What we're gonna do? Let me see what time we've got here right now. We've got 33s. Let's bust these questions so we don't lose. We've got limited time. I'm gonna have you back with your daughter.
Yeah. She's an actual superstar. I don't actually know what I did to deserve her. Sometimes
Yeah,
I think she was a serial killer in a past life or
Daughter's
something.
serious. Daughter's serious. Daughter's book reviews, all sorts. I haven't even had a chance to talk to you about your acting
That's
career.
what I was
So
going to say, acting.
there's not enough time.
There's not enough time.
There's not enough time. We'll stick on this subject and we'll talk about your acting next time. There's not enough time for talking about this.
You did say it prior to the interview.
Yeah, there's not enough
I don't
time.
know where the time's gone. I feel like I've been here about 5 minutes.
I've got like 20 minutes left for you right now.
God.
So I can't talk about your acting because it's going to take all the 2
Yeah.
hours. I'll just bring you back in, yeah?
Cool,
All
anytime.
right, cool. Let's answer these questions in the book.
Okay. The book's a bit scary.
That's why everyone gets scared when I open the book.
Dun dun dun. Because if you've taken the time to write it down, bro, like your head works mad off top.
Yeah,
So if you've taken the time to write something down, yeah, I'm scared, innit? Yeah, I ain't ashamed to admit it.
I love you. I try to have more to it. I try to tell you stuff, but I try to have more to it. So first, let's start off with the best advice you've ever been given.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'll tell you why. First of all, I believe sometimes people are giving you the best advice, but it's just not right for you. Always go for your intuition. So I've been given a lot of good advice, and I turned it down. When I turn it down, the best things happen, innit?
Yeah, I know, definitely. But what I want to say is like my mum said certain things to me. Like some people said, like my mum used to say, like, show me your friends, I tell you who you are, or do this and do that. But there's certain things when people have given you advice and it actually comes to fruition, and you realize, or you implement it and you win with that advice. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, then I guess it's got to be my granddad. Ital is vital. And I never learnt much from my granddad because he wasn't alive for a lot of my life.
Yeah.
But he was right, though. He was right. So many ailments that I used to suffer with that are endless. I can't even get into right now. I don't suffer with them anymore because Ital is vital for me. That doesn't mean it is for you. I'm not telling everyone they should jump on it. But for me, it's vital. So
But
that's the best
even
advice.
in retrospect, the human diet is supposed to be predominantly vegetables and stuff from the ground. So ITIL is vital for humans' progressive like growth, really and truly. Minimalistically, we should be eating meat. And everyone knows this. No matter what we do, we shouldn't be eating certain sugars. There's certain things we eat as human beings now. We know we shouldn't be eating. They taste good or whatever, but we know we shouldn't be eating them. So that goes for everybody, really.
I mean, no. And I used to say that. I probably said it to you a couple of times.
What?
But that, you know, the human body, like people say, oh, you've got canine teeth and all of that. And I'm like, it's not like a dog's though, is it? You can't bite your arm and tear off a piece of flesh, yeah? But looking at life differently, like the way I see it is if you're going to Tesco's and you're picking up a pack of chicken, you're not hunting, are you? You're just going and getting something off the shelf for convenience and because that's what you've been born and raised to do. Mm-hmm. But there are some cultures in this world that go to a lake or a river and spear a fish and bring that home and feed their family with that. And maybe where they're living and what they have in their surroundings, that is the best thing for their family where they are, fam.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't know how Eskimos live. Like I said, I'm the sun's bitch, and I've actually had dreams where I've gone and rescued Eskimos because I felt like, I felt bad. That's how much I hate the snow.
I'm dead. The wizard, you missed that. This motherfucker said she hates us, Nicole, so much. She had a dream. Which is a nightmare, but a dream for her. When she would have rescued some motherfucking Eskimos. Don't worry, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
You're
cold. Come on. It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna save you from this cold. Fuck, that's fucked up.
I used to think things like, how do they get their... Like, can you imagine having coitus in an igloo?
What's that?
Fam, like,
sex?
how do you get it? And then like things like, what if you
sex?
Yeah, and what if you cry?
So cold.
Yeah, what if you cry and your tears freeze halfway out?
Oh,
like, you know, I used to have mad nightmares about how Eskimos are living and like, do they know?
Coitus?
Yeah, I did, because I'm trying to be polite for you on your show. I'm not trying to bring down the tone. Like,
mate, I'll bring the tones all in the floor with me, mate. Don't worry about bringing down her fucking tone, mate. Cool, blimey. All right, what's your greatest achievement?
my daughter,
Yeah, I know,
all day, every day.
What's your worst thing you've ever seen in your life?
Someone lose their life.
All right, sorry to hear that. Where was that? What was that? Do you want to elaborate on that? Like literally live old, like
Yeah.
what? Shot, killed, stabbed, run over, what?
Yeah, you know, do you see youths and road and tensions and summertime and this whole negative vibe. Even when I used to live in Cyprus, when London used to come out with their bandanas on their face, fam, and like trying to act like they're hiding from this man from this side of London, and you're coming to bring that beef to Cyprus, it makes no sense. Like, seriously, the world is looking at you like, are you all right? You man can't even holiday in peace. You know them ones there? Like, you lot really need to slow down with this shit.
Stop it.
Yeah? I had to pause for that. Slow down with this shit. It's dumb. Yeah? I've even had to witness it in my life. No, I don't really want to talk about it. That's somebody's son. Do you know what I mean? I have respect. I'm not going to talk about it, but this is dumb, people. We could be doing so much better. We could really elevate each other and lift each other up. And this is, you know, things like this, the people that I meet on my journeys and being able to stay in contact and everyone just supporting each other and bigging each other up. That's what it's about. You lot need to squash the nonsense.
Okay. Tell me something about you that no one knows.
I'm such an open book. Like, a lot of people don't know I've got a tattoo in the back of my head, the Eye of Horus.
In your head?
Yeah.
What is it?
The Eye of Horus. I've always wanted eyes in the back of my head, but then I thought, why do you need two eyes if you get the Eye of Horus? It's the all-seeing eye, isn't it?
So you got to shave your head for people to see it, though, innit?
I used to be bald though, for a lot of years.
Oh, I love it.
That's why I said to you, like, I got a wig, my hair's like this long.
Yeah, I love it. No, I got that. I love it. All right, what's your biggest inspiration?
My mother and my grandmother. Oh, my grandmother. Lord God, definitely my grandmother.
I'll see them in that.
She's so lit.
What's your favourite quote?
For my grandmother, you father head. That's her answer to everything. Just like your back's like your father's head, like, I don't know. It's just what she says when she's calling you an ass, basically. It's just your father is always, you know, the lowest common denominator around us lot.
What's that?
No disrespect to all of the men that I know raising their
Father's
doing a
Day's coming
very
up
great
as
job.
well, to blood clot.
Sorry, my grandma's from another generation, fam. You have to allow her.
What first date? Who pays?
I mean, that depends on the motives. Certain time, girls are out here moving to man, you know. So if you're moving to a man, then you better pay.
I like that. Your first love. I said that, innit? Your first heartbreak.
I don't really think my heart's been that stomped on, to be honest with you.
Are you that? Let's good.
Yeah.
Well done.
I like, yeah.
Advice to your younger self.
Stay you, be free, do more. Don't hold back.
What's your favourite film?
Oh, that's a hard one. Probably the Friday trilogy, you know. I used to love them growing up.
Nice. Your favourite food?
Depends on the time of year. I don't know, dumpling soup, red pea soup, and in summertime sushi.
Okay. Hobbies?
Roller skating. Mashed up my leg
Everyone's
though.
roller skating, right? Mash up your legs.
Yeah, but I've been roller skating all my life.
What's that scrape I saw you with the other day?
Hey, listen, the floor was so hot, yeah. It didn't just graze my leg, it seared it like a steak.
Oh, wow.
You know, like that. Like, I was medium rare.
Yeah, no, if you saw the cut, if you ever saw the cut, for fuck's sake, I was like, what?
It's still there. I can't wear trousers because they stick to it. So that's why I'm in a dress. Everyone's like, oh, you're so dressed up lately. No, my legs bust up, fam, and I can't cover it up. Because usually we all know I'm just like a tomboy. I'm in my tracksuits. I'm in my...
Because you looking sexy today. I'm like, damn, girl.
I ain't got no choice.
Whatever legs out.
I ain't got no choice.
What was your first fight?
My first fight was epic.
Yeah, come on.
My first fight was lit. Because I've always been like this kid that likes fighting. I have a very high pain threshold. So I think that's why I liked fighting so much. And I liked wrestling. Yeah. My mum used to babysit kids and I used to like try and make them come in my room and play wrestling. But I just wanted to bad them up. But that got boring and I never wanted to fight anyone who didn't fight back. So if I punch you and you didn't fight back, that's the end of the fight. Like, I'm not just going to attack you. You know, them ones. One day now, one girl I used to roll with hard. Me and her was good friends, you know. Some next girl wanted to roll with us, you know, catch a vibe and whatnot. And she got a bit jealous and stuff. And she'd be talking to this one and then she'd be talking to that. You know what girls are like? So anyway, my good friend come to me talking some shit based off of what she said. I'm like, for real? You know that one's like, You gotta be fucking joking. She wasn't fucking joking, fam. I was like, let's swing it out then, innit? So,
Yeah, that was straight now.
yeah. So that's what we done. It went from this side of the road, across the road, onto these cars, into the trees, like up and down this road. Yeah, I wasn't stopping until she was done out, innit?
Yeah.
Like I had my mum's
How long was your
umbrella. How long was my hair?
No, because girls pull hair.
Nah, fam. It was like fingers in. She said to me after it was done with that she couldn't eat for a couple of weeks because I clawed out all the inside of her mouth,
Oh, wow.
like dragged up her gums, all the roof of her mouth, everything. Like I dug my nails in.
Like that.
Fam, it was a fight and it was going on pretty long. And if you're gonna bite me, then what am I supposed to
She
do?
beat you. Yeah. Fuck him up. Fuck up, man.
So she ripped my flipping jumper like Tarzan.
What
yeah.
was there? Was
it
your
was
breast
a
out
big.
the
No.
door?
It's none of that. 'cause I had a
That's one
t-shirt
thing,
on
like,
underneath.
It's bad, but like the girl used to fight when he was young.
And you see the titty swinging.
Turn the clothes up. Yeah. Woo! That was
Ah, it's one of those.
serious. That's the best part for us.
But it wasn't me. I've done that to a woman before.
Yeah,
like-
that was the best part. Yeah. I was a virgin at the time. When you was a virgin, like, yeah, I got a titty. Oh yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna get into that. But
All right. Well, have I got any other? I haven't got any more questions for you. Fondest childhood memory, worst memory. What was you like as a child? Nah, I just want you to let's just finish up now.
You got any questions for Ayo?
Yeah. Thank you. Wrap up now slowly. We'll just get out of here shortly.
yeah, if
Fuck me, this question, this girl.
Here we go.
Yeah, this one's something else. Mate. Serious, mate. I'm fucking shook, mate. Go on.
no,
God, I'm just scared because your mind works like mine. So you could answer fucking anything, couldn't you? Cool.
yeah,
blimey.
like should I?
Calculated.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
calculating.
Actually,
I'm doing fucking answer. Look, you see me, I'm composing myself. We'll find games before. Like, I'm fucking all fingers and thumbs, so moving stuff around, making sure shit's straight. It don't need to be straightened up and that. Cool, blimey. Yeah, you make so much noise. Yeah, you're getting really nervous. We're about to go in a minute. Anyway, we've got like 5 minutes left. You know, I'll see them to get out of it.
Do you know what? Because you're carrying on like that, I'm gonna be so raw now. Have you ever not been able to get up? Have you ever been in a
of
bedroom with
course.
women and not been able to get
Of
up?
course.
And then how did you deal with that? Did you make her think it was her
All right,
fault?
slow down. Slow down.
Did
All
ya?
right, slow down with the question. Now you can ask the question slowly, okay?
Right, sorry.
No, it's all right.
Let me wet my mouth.
Yeah, go, you wet your mouth. The pussy was wet, but my dick wasn't hard. How about that? How about that? At the time. Boom, boom. Go on. It's the truth, innit?
Did you thumb it in?
I couldn't thumb it in. Did I thumb it in? I couldn't thumb it in. Nah.
We're
it
not
was
gonna.
just- Nah. Do you know what? Like, it was nah. Do you know what? It hasn't happened to me once. It's happened to me more than once. But I think it's the time I can remember was embarrassing. Because if it happens to someone that you've been sleeping with.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you've
Then they
actually-
know your
you've
rep,
shown
so it's
something,
all right.
It's okay.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
happened with the first, second, third, or fourth time.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
They don't know that what you can do.
Yeah.
So as a man, it's very, very, very hard. It's like, it literally isn't hard, which is the problem. Like, it's bad because women, this is something that comes up in a lot of the time as well with discussions. Women, if your pussy dries up, it can be made wet. You can spit on it, put water in it, whatever. Lubricant, all these things. If a man's dick is soft, it's soft. It's hard. If a woman doesn't want to have sex, you can use lubricant because when you have sex, when it gets wet and all that, it's a sign of arousal. It's a sign of pleasure.
Yeah.
And when you come, it gets wetter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you want to fake it, you just do that. Bit of water on there.
It's not gonna feel that good though.
But wait. But we don't know no fucking better. All
right, yeah,
We
true,
don't know no
true.
better. But if my dick goes down, you know this. Oh, is that Hulk Hogan? What's going on? We want that. Do you know what I mean? So.
No, but I think it's good for men to talk about because it happens.
It happens. It happens to men. Men want to lie about it. That's entirely up to them. Over the past years, there's other stuff to come on the market like Viagra and certain things that can help men out in these situations. Which I know.
Or your diet.
Huh? Or your diet. Or your diet. No,
And
especially
do you know
your
what
diet.
else, girls? Yeah, a lot of you are calling these men little willy men, but do you know as they get older, it kind of expands a bit because of gravity. So, like, sometimes hold on to your little willy man.
Wow. I've never heard of that. Wow. Yeah, I'm not clapping. I was clapping in my hands. So I'm going to clap on that. Did you hear that? And guys with little dicks, yeah? Don't worry, because gravity will make your dick grow.
And not every girl wants a really big one.
I never thought about that. I never, because I'm all right, so I didn't need to worry about
It's
that.
just they always talk about their balls going low, but obviously your penis is going with it, and then more blood can
Yeah.
fill it up. So then
No
it.
wonder, that's why people get big balls when they're old.
Well, they're not big; they're just dragging down.
Dragging down.
Yeah, that's hanging a little bit.
I don't want them saggy balls. When
I mean, maybe you could get like a ball bra from now to start hoisting them.
Nah, that's right. No, it's alright. So I'm alright.
I could design one.
No, I don't need no ball bar. If it's gonna go south, I'd rather just do my exercises.
That's
whatever.
what I think.
You know,
Grow
the birds-
old gracefully,
the
fam.
birds, you know the birds used to do this thing where I must increase my bust.
Yeah,
I must
yeah.
increase my bust.
I used to think you could get cream for that shit. And see, that's another thing. Girls, I said it for the men as well. Girls, you see all of these BBLs and your early 20s and your teens. Allow that. You go
What's
through
BBLs?
about 3
What's BBLs?
puberties.
What's BBLs?
Where they take the fat and they inject it in their bum and then the
Stop
thighs
it,
don't match
stop
the
it,
bum
stop
and
doing
all
it
of
to
that.
yourself. Stop doing it to yourself.
You're young. You're going to go through another 2 puberties. There's not just one puberty.
Wow.
Like your body changes.
No, listen, this is important.
Sorry, yeah,
This
I
is
need to stop
important. It's
talking.
important.
But I had to drop some for the man. I had to drop some for the girls as well, innit? Yeah? Your body is going to change again. You don't even know what your body is. Just enjoy it.
You
Just
have
watch
you have
it
more than one
change.
puberty, girls. Guys, you have more than one puberty.
Yeah, definitely.
Your balls grow, they come up, they go, they drop. And listen, men out there, if you have erectile dysfunction, it's not a problem. It happens sometimes. You see, the thing what I have to just construe to people right now is like, although you can change your diet and do whatever, Viagra this on the thing, sometimes we as men, we want to fuck, but it's not time to fuck. That's why your dick don't work. If your dick don't work, it's not supposed to work in certain situations. That's the truth. Just stop forcing certain things. And another thing is like, when you're overthinking as a man, just that can fuck you up. You don't know, that can fuck you up.
No, I've heard.
You can be healthy, everything can be good, you virile, blood flow, everything, but then you overthink stuff, or you're thinking too much what is going on. There's so many different variables that can fuck us up.
Yeah.
As I said, if you're a woman...
It's the same with women as well and dry pom-pom.
Yeah.
But you have to be, unless you stop having sex with just any old random on the side of the road, yeah? These things do not happen in meaningful relationships, people, because when you're with someone you love and you're uncomfortable with, you don't have these struggles, yeah?
But you know what, I'd just like to say, like, dry pom-pom's a problem. Pause. Are you something from dry pom-pom? Yeah, what's the problem?
We should make an advert.
No, but dry pom-pom's a problem. Dry pom-pom.
No, have you seen an advert about, does your vagina itch? Well, you can't just be scratching it in public. Get this cream. And I'm like, so what? You can't scratch it in public, but you could cream it in public. Make up your mind. And then some next advert about, this is your dry skin calling. Like, these adverts are rude. They're bright and out of order. Just so you know.
But what was it dry pom-pom? No, that was what I was going to say.
How did we get here?
And then we got here. And then we got here. It wasn't dry pom-pom that got us here. It was wet pom-pom that got us here. And a stiff dick. I'm trying to tell you, for fuck's sake. Now, what I want to say is there's dry pom-pom, but it's over wet pom-pom as well. If it's too wet too soon, it's not enjoyable for us as men. Let me just tell you that something as well, because your pussy can be tight as a nigga lie. But if it's too wet, you're just slipping in the knot, and it's not fair. You know what I mean? Save some back. Sometimes
A lot of these girls are boasting about being run ready all the
Yeah,
time.
you gotta
Sometimes
get out and
that's
try
a
that
condition. Sometimes you need to see the GP about that.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's not supposed to be dripping, fam.
Yeah,
Like,
no, let it drip when I make it drip.
yeah, but I'm saying you shouldn't just be walking around with it just dripping. Like,
Yeah.
like this is a medical condition that you need.
Yeah.
You need to
It's
see
not
a GP.
It's not a fashion. Like, I'm dripping.
I blame that song.
Yeah, listen, this has been a fucking epic episode, yeah? How much time we got left? We got to get out of the studio right now. I've had an amazing time with you, Nick.
Thank you. Thanks
See-
for inviting me.
No, what are you talking about? This is part 1 of Nicole's interview. And I'm saying at the end, this is part 1 of Nicole's interview because I need to do the part 2 about your acting career and whatever else I'm going to add. There's not enough time today.
Yeah.
So this is part 1. We'll
Okay.
put part 2 soon. There'll be a part 2. No one sees this part 1. Fucking hell, man.
And then we
It's
got to
been
bring my
epic.
daughter in because like her CV's better than mine. And she's
No,
10.
no. That's her own entity. This
Yeah,
is part-
that's
this
gonna
is
be part
this is
3.
one of it,
She
Nick.
gonna have her part
Part 2's
1.
coming soon. Listen, that's Live Talks. I.O. Fawole, voiced by that camera, Wizard, woo, and Nick, my sister.
Thank you.
No,
Thanks
we
for
love
having
you.
me.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. You're
It was so
fucking
much
amazing,
fun.
you know? Give me 3.
You're
Give me 3.
amazing,
Give me 3.